Hey, what's going on, guys? A&M Anime here. It's your boy Alex back with another solo discussion. Because Mike's not all caught up in One Piece, so gotta do a little solo. But today we're gonna be talking about Best Straw Hat, the guy, the chef, Mr. Prince, Stealth Black, Old Soba Mask, Sangoro. That's all I got. Sanji, Blackleg, Korashi, Sanji. Yes, and we're talking about my expectations for Sanji and Wano now that we're at the raid. Listen, man, I'm gonna be frank. Sanji during a time skip has been a rough uphill battle for us Sanji fans. And that's not to say he hasn't had his moments, but a lot of his moments are always undercut or undermined by some foolishness, either beforehand or after. And what I mean by that is, let's take Fishman Island, for example. Yes, it was super cool when he teamed up with Jinbei to take out Wadasumi. Burnt him to a crisp even. However, prior to that, what happened? Well, the whole nosebleed plot. And it wasn't just a comedic thing. It was an actual Sanji might die plot line. Nonsense. Okay, fine. Let's go on to Punk Hazard. Punk Hazard, he got switched into Nami's body. We already knew that was going to be shenanigans. Whatever. I'm not going to count that. Then Nami gets his body hurt prior to running into Virgo. So now we have a hurt Sanji fighting a vice admiral, and not just any vice admiral, Dolphy's right hand man with insanely strong armament haki. So he clashes with Virgo. Virgo cracks his leg because Sanji's already hurt, and boom, that's his contribution to Punk Hazard, aside from saving Kinemon. But as far as fight goes, disappointing. And move on to Dressrosa. Sanji falls in love as Sanji does. And of course it was a ruse. Gets beat up by Viola. Wins her over because, he's a suave man. And then clashes with the main antagonist of the arc. We all knew Sanji wasn't going to win. We all knew Sanji wasn't on that level. So immediately he gets punked on by Doflamingo because it took Luffy, Law, 10 minutes of stalling in Gear 4 for Dofi to fall. So no way Sanji was going to be able to handle him on his own. Cool. So now we're 3 arcs into the New World. Sanji hasn't had a single 1v1 fight. Now we move on to Zou. He's not at Zou once the rest of the Straw Hats get there, because he has to go attend to his family matters. Fine, cool. Backstory, amazing. Probably one of the best backstories in One Piece for me. And I love Germa. I know a lot of people are mixed on Germa, and I think it's mainly because of how they treat Sanji, but I love him. I love the scientifics. I love the suits. But cool. Get the whole Cake Island, and Sanji is kind of... he's distancing himself from the Straw Hats because he's afraid that Big Mom, she's a Yonko. Cool, whatever. A little disappointing because you would think he would trust the Straw Hats and Luffy in particular at this point, but fine. He's worried about his crew. He's afraid that they won't be able to make it out of there, so he's going along with the plan. Puts all his faith in Pudding. That doesn't work. Then we finally get him on the sides of the Straw Hats again, and here we have clash after clash after clash. Luffy fought Cracker. Luffy fought Katakuri. Sanji clashed with Daifuku, Oven. I think he took out Raisin like a quick kick, and he took out Bobbins with a one shot. So now we're 4 arcs into the New World, and Sanji still hasn't had a full-on 1v1. or a fight in general, honestly, that finished and he won. So here we are, Wano Country, one of the most hyped up arcs of the entire series, teased back in Thriller Bark. Ryuma and his legacy teams back all the way back to the one shot of Romance Dawn. So we're in Wano. It's time. This is every Straw Hat's time to shine. And I will be doing a video on some of the other Straw Hats I expect to show up here and really show out. But Sanji right now, what I'm expecting from him, from where we are in the manga, he's tied up from Black Maria. We already know Sanji can't fight a woman. So that's out. That's not his fight. Robin and Brooke are probably about to go rescue him. And that's going to be amazing because Robin hasn't fought since Skypiea. But I'll leave that for another video. Once they release Sanji and get him free, that leaves Sanji to either fight... I can't even say to either fight a Tobi Roppo. All the Tobi Roppos are tied up. Jinbei is fighting Who's Who. Frankie's fighting Sasaki. Page 1 and OT are chasing after Usopp, Nami, and I forget the little girl name. The Kibidongo girl. And that's it, really. And Drake traded sides. So the only two enemies that leave Sanji, or three rather, if Jack comes back, is King and Queen. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, Sanji hasn't had a one-on-one fight this entire New World. He couldn't take out Doflamingo. Virgo cracked his leg. Fair enough. Why is Sanji fighting a commander? Well, raid suit. And a lot of those circumstances that you're probably thinking of always had a caveat, as I mentioned already. So King and Queen, hopefully King, because fire and fire, that's going to be amazing. And flight, I need an air battle. We haven't had an air battle besides the little clash between Sanji and Doflamingo. So hopefully Sanji fights a commander here. Zoro's up there tanging with two Yonko. Two, not one, two Yonko, Kaido and Big Mom. And he's looking good so far. Looking damn good. Got me switching sides for a second. But Sanji, I need a good fight. I'm not talking about anything quick. I want a hard fight too. I don't want it to be like he swept. Like page 1, he clearly dominated that little clash they had. X Drake, once again, he clearly dominated that little clash they had. And he didn't have a suit with X Drake. So I need a tough, I'm talking Sanji versus Bond Clay. I'm talking Sanji versus Jabra type fight. It's been a long time. The last one-on-one Sanji has had was Absalom. And that was Thriller Bark. Sanji fans are thirsty, me in particular, for a good 1v1. And if it's not a 1v1, I can't really see who he teams up with. Like if he was to fight initially, I thought it would be really cool if it was Sanji and Zoro and King and Queen, because they both kind of have that rivalry with each other. They both fight all the time. I thought that would have been like the perfect time to finally have a actual legit fight team up with Sanji and Zoro. But Zoro's with the Yonko. Clearly he got Emma for that exact reason against Kaido, so fine. Sanji, King or Queen, show the raid suits full power, and let's go. I need a nice fight. Please, Oda. That's all I'm asking for. That's my expectations for Sanji. I'm a little disappointed that I remember at one point he had an interview where he gave like their specialties as far as hockey went, and Sanji was the observation guy. But it seems like Luffy's the one that's getting like all the advanced versions of every single hockey. I would like if maybe this little affinity for observation that apparently Sanji has shined through a little bit more. Like he dodged Katakuri's bullet, well, Jelly Bean back in Whole Cake. He found Kinemon's body in the ocean, so like, and Nami's body at that. So if somebody else was going to get future sight, I would hope it would be Sanji. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on with his observation. We'll see how much power his race who actually has on a rather tough opponent, because page 1, he dominated that guy. Come on, he would have won that fight. So that's what I got for you guys. That's my Sanji expectations for Wano. come back again. I'm going to be doing Robin. Going to be doing Nami, Chopper, Usopp, and Frankie. I'm going to leave Luffy, Zoro alone, and Brook. Most of the whole kid crew I won't really do too much, besides the people who haven't really fought in a while. But thank you guys. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Come back again. Go check out the chapter in One Piece review. Peace.
俺の名はおそばマスク